quickly like to welcome our guest, our market expert, Mr. Debankar Das, who is a SEBI registered analyst with over certain years of experience in mechanical engineering and MBA. After years of trading and learning from his experiences, including 2008 financial crisis, he now specializes in technical analysis, risk management, and derivatives. He is also founder of Go for Stocks, where he shares his research and insights with the investors. So, with that, I would quickly like to welcome our sir. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the nice words and a very good morning to all your
Good
viewers and
morning, sir.
audience.
तो सर मॉर्निंग में निफ्टी ने काफी अच्छी एक स्ट्रॉन्ग गैप अप ओपनिंग दी है 22,800 जो कि एक स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट हुआ करता है रेजिस्टेंस हुआ करता था उसके ऊपर सस्टेन कर रहा है डू यू थिंक ये जो
Correct.
लॉन्ग मोमेंटम है ये कंटिन्यू रह सकता है व्हाट कैन बी द इंपॉर्टेंट लेवल्स
So let's take a step back.
ओके
When I'm taking a step back, I mean, first of all, let's zoom out and see what the long-term charts of Nifty is telling me.
ओके
So if I look at the daily charts of Nifty, right? So we are still in a lower high, lower low formation.
राइट
We have not been able to breach that. We tried earlier in late March, but we couldn't sustain. We couldn't sustain about 23,800 and we fell to below the previous lows. So we
Right.
made a new lower low, right? And
करेक्ट
we are yet to see whether we can actually break back above 23,800 or not again. So long way to go from there. So this is what the long-term charts are telling me. So long-term charts are bearish. Nifty is in a downtrend.
ओके
So now let's look at the medium-term charts. So medium-term charts, if I look at the hourly charts, so
Okay.
or over the last few days, so we can say that Nifty is in a range. So the
Right.
upper end of the range is 23,800 levels approximately, whereas the lower end of the range is approximately 21,800 levels. So broadly in a 2,000 point range. And
Right.
right now we are just in the middle of the range. We are sustaining slightly above that, which is good. So we've looked at the long-term charts, we have looked at the medium-term view for the Nifty, and now if we look at the hourly or even 15-minute charts, we'll see, like you have said in your opening speech,
Yeah.
that Nifty is bullish. True. So what can we get from that? Your long-term charts are bearish, medium-term charts are range-bound, short-term charts are bullish.
Right.
So in this kind of haphazard, there's no correlation with these three. There's no
Three
view
different
which
time
is
frames. Right.
yeah. So all three different time frames are giving us three different views.
Correct.
So very difficult to take a Nifty and very risky for traders right now to take trades in Nifty.
Okay.
But if you are a very short-term trader, your trade has to be bullish. And if
Okay.
your trade is bullish, what you can possibly do is, if Nifty breaks above the today's high, which is around 22,875 odd levels,
Okay.
spot Nifty I'm talking about,
Okay.
move towards 23,000 levels is possible.
Okay.
But again, you would see that in the daily, if I look at the daily charts, there's a pivot and Nifty is entering the CPR range. So there's a huge lot of resistance in that entire 22,900 to 23,300 zone.
Right.
So until and unless we really cross above 23,300 levels, the short term, the range, the medium term range bound thing
Okay.
will not be, will still
Bullish
remain
side.
range
Yeah.
bound. Yeah. So we can start being little more bullish with little more confidence once Nifty crosses 23,300, 350 levels.
Perfect.
So
So the levels which you have set 23,300, it is on a positional basis. But can one enter on the long side at the current future price for the Nifty? Long
So,
call
like
on.
I said, no, not at this current future price. If you have to take a trade, you have to wait at least for the day's high to be broken,
Okay.
and which is around 22,875 odd levels.
Right.
And if that gets broken, then a move towards uh, 23,000 levels is possible.
Perfect. So, sir, if one has to create any position, if Nifty breaks the day high, so what can be the strategy? A simple long call or any other strategy one can deploy for the intraday?
I wouldn't do options-based strategies here. I mean, if buying options is not a right thing to do because VIX is high right now,
Right.
and option prices, the premiums are also high. If Nifty range suddenly contracts, even if Nifty goes up, your call prices will not move up.
Right.
So better to go with futures and
Okay.
buy puts to hedge your positions.
So can we say protective put can be the ideal strategy for intraday?
Right. That is correct. That is correct.
ओके सो फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स सर ने यहाँ पे मल्टीपल इंसाइट्स दिए हमने शुरुआत की थी विद द वीकली टाइम फ्रेम जहाँ पे हमने देखा कि अभी भी जो निफ्टी पे व्यू है अभी भी उन्होंने उसने सर्टेन लेवल्स ब्रेक नहीं किए तो सेल ऑन राइज की स्ट्रैटेजी होगी इफ वी कंसिडर वीकली टाइम फ्रेम देन हमने देखा डेली टाइम फ्रेम पर जहाँ पे अभी भी वीकनेस यहाँ पे चार्ट्स पे दिखाई दे रही है बट अगर हम बात करें 15 मिनट्स के टाइम फ्रेम की यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेंथ दिखाई दे रहा है निफ्टी में तो तीनों ही टाइम फ्रेम यहाँ पे डिफरेंट पिक्चर्स शो कर रहे हैं तो इसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए फिलहाल निफ्टी पे पोजिशनली कोई ट्रेड्स नहीं लेंगे बट अगेन इंट्राडे के लिए सर ने यहाँ पे कंडीशनल एंट्री दिया कि जैसे ही डे हाई यहाँ पे ब्रेक होता है तो निफ्टी में आप एक प्रोटेक्टिव पुट की स्ट्रैटेजी डिप्लॉय कर सकते हो सो सर फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स कैन वी क्रिएट अ सिंपल ट्रेड एक कंडीशनल ट्रेड यहाँ पे बना देता विच विल बी डिप्लॉइंग वंस दी निफ्टी ब्रेक्स डे हाई
Yeah, that is fine. That is fine.
Perfect.
Yes.
So I'll be quickly buying the future option and I'll add one more leg जहाँ पे हम put option भी यहाँ पे buy करेंगे. So sir, what will be the strike अगर निफ्टी डे हाई ब्रेक
For the
करता
put option,
है? Yes.
so yeah, so for the put option, see, I'll keep the days, or rather, I can keep this one also, which is 22,700 levels as my stop loss on
Okay.
the spot. So we can buy this 22,700 put in that case.
22,700 का पुट ऑप्शन हम यहाँ पे बाय कर लेंगे बट अगेन ये सिर्फ मैं यहाँ पे फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स एक बार बना के बता रही हूँ अभी ये स्ट्रैटेजी हम यहाँ पे डिप्लॉय नहीं कर रहे हैं डे हाई ब्रेक होता है एक फ्यूचर का लॉट यहाँ पे बाय करेंगे देन एक और लैग ऐड करके पुट ऑप्शन भी यहाँ पे बाय करेंगे जिससे ये प्रोटेक्टिव पुट की स्ट्रैटेजी डिप्लॉय हो जाएगी स्ट्राइक हमने जो सिलेक्ट किया है वो होगा 22,700 का सर व्हाट कैन बी दी टारगेट एंड दी स्टॉप लॉस
So the target is around 23,000
Okay.
if Nifty crosses this
in
day
terms
high
of future
levels.
price
No, in terms of spot price.
okay in terms of future price sir can you help me with the future levels will that be possible
Yeah, future levels currently what is at trading at? Let me
so
see.
it is trading at 22,896 or we can consider 22,900 levels
So around 60 points higher than the spot price.
perfect
So the future price would be around 23, 50 odd, 50, 60 odd. In that case, that would be the target.
okay so 23,050 या 60 का हम यहाँ पे टारगेट कंसिडर कर सकते हैं एंड सर व्हाट कैन बी द स्टॉप लॉस फॉर दिस स्ट्रैटेजी
The stop loss, as I mentioned, is 22,700 on the spot.
okay and 22,760
Where we are actually buying the put as well.
okay and 22,760 on futures
20 to 760 on futures. Yeah, 750 on futures. Yeah.
परफेक्ट सो फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स मैं एक बार फिर से ये डिकोड कर देती हूँ प्रोटेक्टिव पुट हमने जैसे ही डिप्लॉय किया हमारा जो टारगेट होगा वो होगा 23,060 का एंड जो स्टॉप लॉस हम मेंटेन करेंगे वो होगा 22,760 का तो 200 पॉइंट्स का रेंज यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है फॉर दिस स्ट्रैटेजी कंडीशनल एंट्री है जैसे ही डे हाई ब्रेक होता है देन जाके आपको ये स्ट्रैटेजी डिप्लॉय करनी है सो ये सर हम इस पे नजर बनाए रखेंगे जैसे ही ये ट्रेड यहाँ पे आ जाती है हम इसको जरूर डिप्लॉय करेंगे सो सर इट वाज ऑल अबाउट द निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी पे आपका क्या व्यू होगा
So Bank Nifty, I was bullish till last week, but over this week, what has happened to Bank Nifty is it started trading below its 200 DMAs.
right
So and today it's trying to break above that again, but it's still not managed to do that. So similarly, if it breaks day highs, it will go beyond the 200 DMAs for Bank Nifty as well.
okay
So in that case, we can be bullish on Bank Nifty.
okay it will be for intraday or positional view will also be on the bullish end
So yeah, if it breaks above, then possibly we can take. Actually, positional view is very difficult. So it better to go with intraday trades currently because we have a long weekend and we don't know
Right.
what kind of news will come in overnight or over during the weekend. So we are very prone to we are very. I mean, overnight news is becoming very risky for taking your trades, carrying your trades forward.
Correct.
So better to stick to intraday for now.
Okay.
But till some part, at least there is some clarity, some calmness, or I don't know whether it will come in the next 4 years. But yeah, that's the new trading environment right now.
Correct. So, sir, what can be if one has to go long on Bank Nifty as well, if the day high breaks? So, what can be the levels?
So if day high breaks, then the towards 52,000 is what Bank Nifty can go up to, because that is where it has been facing resistance over the
Right.
last couple of weeks. So that would be my target levels for Bank Nifty, provided it breaks out above day highs.
So, 52,000 in today's trading session?
It might, but Bank Nifty, you never know. Bank Nifty can cross 1,000 points uh,
Correct.
very quickly. Bank Nifty
Right.
is that kind of a beast.
Right. And what
It
can be the
only
support?
needs, yeah. The support is today's low.
ओके सो फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स एक बार मैं रिपीट कर देती हूँ सर का जो व्यू है कंसीडरिंग द इंट्राडे व्यू, मैं यहाँ पे स्पेसिफिकली इंट्राडे व्यू की बात कर रही हूँ. सो फिलहाल अगर डे हाई जैसे ही ब्रेक होता है तो एक लॉन्ग कॉल की स्ट्रैटेजी यहाँ पे लेके जा सकते हैं या एक बुलिश व्यू के साथ हम जा सकते हैं. टारगेट
Yeah.
क्या हो सकता है? तो यस 1000 पॉइंट्स की रैली हम इजीली हमने देखा कि काफी टाइम 1000 पॉइंट्स की रैली हमें बैंक निफ्टी में देखने मिल सकती है. तो 52,000 का हमारा फर्स्ट टारगेट होगा. स्टॉप लॉस क्या हो सकता है? तो आज का जो डे लो है उसको हम एज अ स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पे कंसिडर करेंगे. सो सर येस अगेन अ वंडरफुल व्यू फॉर द इंट्राडे पर्पस एंड पोजिशनली फिलहाल हम कोई व्यू नहीं लेंगे बैंक निफ्टी या निफ्टी पर. सर अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट इज देयर एनी स्टॉक्स और सेक्टर एनी स्टॉक जिस पे अभी हम ट्रेड डिप्लॉय कर पाए?
So I am currently, restricting myself only to consumption,
Okay.
which has, very little exposure to uh, exports or global markets.
Right.
So that way, last week I think I talked about Indigo. So I'm still
Correct.
bullish on Indigo, and again, it's a stock which is doing well. It has done well. I mean, of course, because of that sudden Trump tariffs, it fell, but
Right.
it regained most of its losses on that day itself, and it is still doing well. We're trading very close to its all-time highs,
Right.
and I believe a move towards 5,400 levels is possible in the short term.
Okay, so positionally we can expect a 5400 levels in Indigo. Also last time भी जब सर आए थे उन्होंने एक रैशनल यहाँ पे दिया था बिकॉज FMCG कैन बी वन ऑफ दी सेक्टर जो कि फिलहाल टैरिफ प्रो नहीं है. इसका कोई भी अगर टैरिफ पे कोई भी न्यूज आती है तो इस पे डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट एटलीस्ट हमें फिलहाल नहीं दिखाई दे रहा. तो कंजम्पशन को सेक्टर को ध्यान में लिया था सर ने. एंड इंडिगो यस रैशनल ये भी हो सकता है कि ऑयल के प्राइसेस यहाँ पे काफी ज्यादा गिर रहे हैं, 4 ईयर्स के लो के आसपास ट्रेड कर रहा है. सो दिस माइट कैन ऑल्सो बी वन ऑफ द रीजन. सर इंडिगो पे क्या कोई ट्रेड हम बना सकते हैं इन फ्यूचर्स और ऑप्शंस?
So Indigo actually, if I see the hourly charts, it actually made a high at 52.65 levels, and now it is trading just above this support. So actually, what I would do is I can actually, take the futures trade right away. We don't have to wait for any level to be broken or not. And
Okay.
keeping days low as our stop loss, we can take the futures trade with the first target as 5250 and the final target as 5400.
Okay, so we'll be going with the long futures in Indigo. Sir, what can be the target in terms of future price?
A future price, again, I'm not checking. You can just correlate from the futures thing, how
Okay, so can you
what's the
give me
difference.
exact points for the upside target?
Yeah, so upside target is around 5400 is the
Okay.
second target. First target is around 5250.
5250.
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. 5250 from the current future price, so it will be approximately
No,
50 points if we
yeah,
consider
so
the
I'm
futures.
talking about spot prices. I'm talking about spot prices.
Okay, what is the spot price?
So current spot price is 5185.
5185. So approximately a difference of approximate 10-12 rupees I can see here if we compare
Yeah,
it
so
with the
you
future
can
price.
extrapolate that to
Yes.
the other two targets as well.
Right. So 5270 can be first target, 5270 for our viewers.
Right.
So approximately 5270 will be the first target. Sir, what can be the holding period for this strategy?
I think this mess what is being created is going to continue for a while. So until that time, I mean, there'll be very few trades which one can take. So I guess you can carry this trade uh, till the end of the month.
Okay, so let us consider 28th, 23rd April for now.
Yeah.
And 5270 can be the first target. Okay, sir, what can be the stop loss?
Stop loss is today's day's low,
Okay.
which is at around 51.15, 5115.
परफेक्ट सो एक बार हमारे व्यूअर्स के लिए मैं यहाँ पे स्टॉप लॉस भी मेंशन कर देती हूँ कि कौन सा हमारे यहाँ पे स्टॉप लॉस होगा फॉर इंडिगो सो फॉर टुडे द डे लो
Sorry.
यस
Yeah,
इट
the
इज
day
एट
low. Yeah.
5052 सॉरी माय बैड 5131 फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स जो हमने टारगेट लिया
Yeah.
है वो है 5270 का एंड स्टॉप लॉस है 5131 का
So you're talking about the futures.
राइट
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
ओके सो सर यस इंडिगो पे हमने ऑलरेडी एक ट्रेड यहाँ पे डिप्लॉय कर दिया है अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट एनी अदर सेक्टर या स्टॉक्स जिस पे आप कोई व्यू शेयर
So
करना चाहें
just to add to the Indigo trade, if you're carrying it overnight, then don't rely on the just a stop loss. You definitely need to buy a put to carry it overnight.
okay
And if you are carrying it overnight, then the recommendation is to buy the 5100 put.
Okay, so can we make it protective put?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This
So
is
we
only if you are carrying it overnight. Yeah.
perfect. So I'll quickly add one more leg. एंड फ्यूचर्स के साथ हम यहाँ पे एक पुट ऑप्शन भी बाय कर लेंगे जिससे एक प्रोटेक्टिव पुट की स्ट्रैटेजी डिप्लॉय हो जाएगी सर स्ट्राइक प्राइस हम क्या सिलेक्ट करेंगे फॉर प्रोटेक्टिव पुट
5100.
5100 परफेक्ट एंड टारगेट एंड स्टॉप लॉस अभी भी इंटैक्ट होगा राइट
Yes.
परफेक्ट तो इसी के साथ हम प्रोटेक्टिव पुट की स्ट्रैटेजी भी यहाँ पे डिप्लॉय कर देंगे इंडिगो के स्टॉक के लिए सर अपार्ट फ्रॉम इंडिगो आई जस्ट वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड टीसीएस का रिजल्ट ऑलरेडी आ चुका है रिजल्ट सीजन हैज ऑलरेडी बिगिन हमने देखा कि थोड़े से यहाँ पे मार्जिन उसके डिक्लाइन हुए थे तो ओवरऑल आपका कोई व्यू होगा इस पे टीसीएस पे या एनी अदर स्टॉक फ्रॉम आईटी सेक्टर
Will stay away from IT sector for now.
ओके सर ओके नो प्रॉब्लम वी कैन मूव ऑन टू द अनदर स्टॉक या सेक्टर जिस पे आप कोई डेटा पॉइंट शेयर करना चाहो
So another stock which is looking good is again from the FMCG sector, and that is Marico.
Okay.
So this stock is doing pretty good over the last few days, and
राइट
it's in a definite uptrend. So I mean, uptrend in the short term uptrend. In the broader term, of course, it has to cross its previous highs. It's in a range bound trade right now. If you have to look at the longer term perspective, but that is fine. But it's been doing pretty good over the last 3-4 weeks,
करेक्ट
and yeah. So once it crosses 710, 715 levels,
ओके
715 levels, I would think that it will actually uh, retest its previous all-time highs.
It will retest its.
Previous all-time highs, which is around
Okay.
750 odd levels.
Perfect. So is it a conditional entry that one has to enter
It's
after
a conditional
7
entry. It's a
Perfect.
conditional entry because right now it's just trading below a couple of hurdles. So both there are resistances on both the hourly and the daily charts at 708 to 713. So that's why once it crosses 715 on the
Right.
spot, then it's better to take this trade and a move towards 735. 735 is the previous high. It will test that and it will go beyond that and it will possibly even test 755 odd levels.
Sir, I must say again a wonderful pick from your end, Marico, जो आपने select किया है. But one thing which I can see, it is also already creating multiple, high rise structure in the price action. So
Yeah.
can we capture this small move by, going with a long call of 704 to 715? Can we deploy any strategy on Marico? A simple long call.
Simple long calls don't work for me.
Okay.
It's as easy, because if the stock doesn't do anything, then your call values will go to zero,
Right.
right? So buying calls or buying puts absolutely is a no for me. If you are buying, you have to buy spreads, or if you are bullish, you go with futures. Bearish, sell futures. Simply buying calls or simply buying puts is a loser's game.
Right. So, sir, although you have given a conditional entry on Marico, for our viewers, मैं एक बार repeat कर देती हूँ. सर ने यहाँ पे कुछ important levels बताया कि अगर Marico का stock 715 के ऊपर sustain करता है, then इसका जो next target हो सकता है वो होगा 735 या 750 रुपीस का. तो ये एक stock हो सकता है from the FMCG sector, जो कि आप अपने रडार पर रख सकते हो. Sir, I wanted to understand what is your view on private banking. Private bank के sector पे आपका overall क्या view होगा?
So private banking sector is very aligned to the Nifty Bank, which we talked about.
Correct.
So there are 3-4 main banks: HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank. These are the three main banks. Did I miss anything? No, I guess. So these 3-4 banks constitute 60 to 70% of the bank Nifty.
Correct.
So that's all about private banks. So I mean, there's nothing different from Bank Nifty actually.
So, sir, if we have a look at the HDFC Bank specifically, I can clearly see it is very close to its resistance. We can see on my screen, if you have a look at the open interest data, there are multiple call writers जिन्होंने यहाँ पे resistance already बना दिया. So, do you think कि ये जो up move है ये continue रह सकता है, or else we can, create some view looking at this data point?
So HDFC Bank is actually it's very difficult in the sense that if someone wants to hit the Nifty or the Bank Nifty, this is the stock that they will short.
Right.
Because it has the maximum weightage in both these two indices. So I'm very skeptical of trading in HDFC Bank because it's prone to, so one needs to just look at HDFC Bank, buy HDFC Bank or sell HDFC Bank to, make the Nifty or the Bank Nifty move in that direction.
Correct. So
So,
yes, sir.
yeah. No, yeah, that's why I'm saying it's difficult to trade HDFC Bank. But the good point is HDFC Bank today is just making a move above its 200 DMA.
Right.
So, sorry, it's Nifty Bank. What about
It was
HDFC?
Bank Nifty, sir.
So HDFC Bank is already above its, or no, just hold on. It's a different. Yeah, HDFC Bank is already above its 200 DMA. Yeah, and it is looking good, no doubt about it. HDFC Bank is also looking pretty good. And it's possible that HDFC Bank, if it remains bullish, then Bank Nifty will, start moving towards 52,000 levels.
Okay, sir. Okay. So I really appreciate your view. आपने कैसे यहाँ पे प्राइस एक्शन वाइज डेटा पॉइंट्स वाइज एचडीएफसी बैंक पे भी कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा पॉइंट्स यहाँ पे रिफ्लेक्ट किया. सो विद दैट सर, एनी एडवाइस फॉर आवर ट्रेडर्स कि कैसे आपको ये करंट वीक में ट्रेड करना, जहाँ पे वी हैव मल्टीपल लीव्स एंड ट्रेडिंग सेशन काफी कम है. सो एनी वर्ड ऑफ एडवाइस?
Take a break, go to take your holiday just before the summer, creeps in. Then we would not be able to, go out much. I mean, it's already pretty hot in most
Right.
places, but at least good time to visit the hills. Take a break from trading.
So no trade is also a trade. फिलहाल सर का ऐसा कहना, थोड़ा सा ब्रेक ले लीजिए एंड देन यू कैन हैव अ लुक एट द मार्केट्स विद अगेन गेटिंग फ्रेश. सो सर, इसी के साथ एनी डिस्क्लोजर फ्रॉम योर एंड, जो भी स्टॉक्स पे आपने व्यूज
We talked about Marico and Indigo. I do not have positions in any of these two stocks.
Okay, sir. Okay. And any of our clients?
Clients would have, yes.
Okay,
Because
sir. Perfect.
these have been
So
recommended.
thank you for joining us. काफी wonderful insight मिला on overall sector and yes, आपने कुछ important sector specifically consumption पे काफी wonderful insight दिया है. तो ऐसे ही हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए ताकि हमारे viewers को भी इसका benefit मिल सके. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Nice talking to you.
Same, sir. So yes, viewers, ये थे मिस्टर देबाशीष सर जिन्होंने काफी अच्छा input दिया है on overall market.